let's move on to the second question that forms part of what I call God's leadership evaluation standard. You know the second question? The second question is found in the same Genesis chapter 3, this time verse 11 from the New Living Translation. This is how God asked it. Who told you you were naked? Who told you? The question was, who told you? Who told you? Now listen, my friend, you've got to understand that when God asks you a question, He's not asking you a question because He doesn't have the answer. I'm sure you know that there is nothing hid from Him. And the Bible says He's the God of all knowledge. He knows all things. He sees all things. He understands all things. So when God asks you, a man, a question, don't be deceived. He's not looking for information. He's doing an evaluation. God's questions are for evaluation. So the second question is, who told you? Who told you? Because Adam said, I am naked. It's like, when did you suddenly become naked? We've always had fellowship in the cool of the day. First of all, where are you? What changed? Second of all, who told you? That question was pregnant and heavy. And please listen. We're trying to make this as brief as possible because this is a question we can dissect, we can elucidate on non-stop. Because that question was a question of source, was a question of inspiration, was a question of adherence. Who are you listening to? It was me, your God. God was literally saying to Adam, that speaks to you, that gives you instructions, that gives you direction. Who is your new instructor? Who told you? Who are you listening to? As a pastor, as a leader, one of the many things I know is that when you see people deviate sharply, when you see people begin to do something radically different from what they used to do, especially when it's of a negative hue, it's because they've started listening, they started hearing, they started following another voice. So God's question to Adam, which is an evaluation standard, is who told you? Who are you listening to? Who are your sources? Who are your inspiration? Who feeds you with wisdom? Whose voice are you following? The Bible says that my sheep hear my voice. The voice of a stranger they will not follow. Put another way, somebody that will destabilize your life. When good men start listening to bad men, to men of easy virtue, low standard, it shows in their life. It shows in their choices. It shows in the things they do or they refuse to do. It shows all the time. So God is asking, who told you? Who is your source? Who is your source? If you study the Bible, one of the many things the Bible tells us is that we must be careful how we hear. We must be careful how we hear because words carry spirits. Anything you listen to sufficiently will give you direction. You must have heard me say this over and over in this series of teachings. His name was Joseph Goebbels. Joseph Goebbels was the Minister for Information on the Third Reich. That is, put another way, the propaganda machinery of Adolf Hitler. He was the one that said, tell a lie 1,000 times, it will be accepted as the truth. It doesn't matter how holy, sanctified, determined you are. There is a way you start listening to a corrupted source, a corrupting source. There's a way you start listening to certain things. Your values will change. Your mind will shift. Your paradigm will be distorted. Your relationships will no longer be the same. The way you perceive help, your spouse, your children, will no longer be the same. I know of a man, who cut a very bad, long story short, abandoned his wife and 6 children. 6 children. I know him. And later we got to discover, to cut this very sad story short, that it was because at work, he was working with one of the federal parastatals, Ministry of Works to be precise. This is years ago. Before you knew it, he got involved in this company of men, and each of them were serial, womanizers, serial wives, children all over the place, because they had some means. They felt that was life. The more he got himself involved, the more he started to lose his focus on his wife, focus on his children, focus on his family. And before you could say Jack Robinson, he was gone. He was gone, abandoned the wife, abandoned the children, married another wife, of course, who soon left him, married another one, that one left him. And before you knew it, it went on a roller coaster. It was a downward slide. Unfortunately, he never did recover from it. Friends, God's question for evaluation is, who told you? That opinion you hold, who told you? That mindset that is regulating your decisions, regulating your actions, who told you? Who is your source of information? Who are those counseling? Who are those informing you? Who are those influencing you? You've got to understand that the source you listen to determines your outcome in destiny. So God's evaluation standard question number 2, who told you? Who told you? We have a little boy, his name is, our little son, he's just 13. From time to time when he's back from school, we like to interact with him. And you see him at that age trying to hold a very strong opinion on matters. And we always love to listen to him because you never want to shut them in. And then as he holds his opinion, the next question is, okay, who told you? Who told you that? So you don't want to destabilize him. So you start with, who told you? Who told you that that position you are holding is the correct position? And so sometimes you say my friends, sometimes you say my teacher. Then you have to sit and say, okay, very good. Now listen, can I show you what is correct? Why that is wrong and all of that? Because if you don't do that, he's going to hang on tight to what he has been told that is at best half truth, if not outright lies or falsehood or distortions. And if he builds his life on the basis of what is wrong, guess what? If your premise is wrong, your conclusion is likely going to be wrong. So when God was saying to Adam as an evaluating standard, who told you? He was simply saying, do you know why your condition changed? Because you started listening to another source. If you didn't listen to the serpent and the serpent did not deceive, you would not have lost your condition. So where are you? Who told you? Are God's evaluation standard.